Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Rule the Waves as the United States, episode number 15. Zoom back into the battle. We are... this is probably west of the Bay of Biscay. I don't know where the Bay of Biscay is exactly defined, but we're out in the Atlantic. So it's deep water. Well, I mean, deep enough that we're not going to be recovering ships. Pretty much anything off the coast is deep, but... how is this battle going? A lot of people in the comments were pretty content with everything. They were saying that it looks like I'm wrapping this one up. I do not share that confidence, but I'm happy you guys do, because maybe you see something I don't. And if that's the case and you think things are going well, then I'm pretty happy about it. Unfortunately, we're going to lose our ship log. So I don't even remember. Really unfortunately, I don't remember how exactly everyone's doing. Let's just take a brief moment. The one thing I do remember is our Palatka here took 2 torpedoes. Still going pretty strong. She doesn't seem like she's that affected by it. But we're going to be very cautious with her. We'd hate to lose one of our newest ship classes. I know that some of our destroyers, I remember, were launching torpedoes at the wrong ships. That's kind of par for the course. In fact, we're probably happy that we can get our ships to launch torpedoes at all. Now, we do have a destroyer fleet here going after the Devastation class. That is going to be wonderful. We can launch a few more torpedoes at her. I think this is the one that's already been hit once or twice. Again, now we have to just reflect on distant memory, even though technically in the game's universe, we're only 1 minute further ahead. Narrowly avoided hitting this. I think this is the other dreadnought, the Ebenezer Horror. Split between the 2 dreadnoughts. Looks like she's going to survive. Some people were wondering if she would. I mean, she survived the initial split, but I don't give her great odds for surviving the entire conflict. And these are my older light cruisers anyway, so if they don't make it, we'll find a way to carry on. This might be a nice way to scrap them, or an early retirement is just to have them get themselves sunk at a nice battle. So let me advance 1 minute and try to figure out what we want to do from there. That is a battle. Ooh, enemy identified ship hit by a torpedo. Which is a redoubtable, and this is a French battleship. Okay, so we actually have an old battleship. This is unusual. We'll be sinking one of their battleships. Old ship. Otherwise, the New Jersey is getting beat up a little bit by one of these unidentified ships. Looks like medium guns, probably a light cruiser. We'll have to rediscover everything. I thought that those would be destroyers, but I could be incorrect. Devastation is deciding to pull very hard westward, which means how do we approach this? We could go nose on with her and then try to launch those torpedoes. I mean, this is not a bad choice for torpedoes either. Although armored cruisers, I mean, I think this is actually a battle cruiser, are going to be a little more difficult to target. They'll just be going faster. This thing's already supposedly taken heavy damage. I don't remember how many torpedoes we've hit with, like I said, so let's get the Ebenezer Horror to try to squeeze out. Maybe we can still save her. From a point standpoint, obviously it's good not to take too many hits like that. Great, so the Devastation has committed herself to turning south. If she's actually going 5 knots, that'll make her a very easy target. Let's see if we can pull off our first barrage. Let me also make sure my volume is down a bit, as I don't want to blow your eardrums out. I mean, the sound coming in on your end is already bad enough, but if you get it reverberating through my mic as well, could make things a little bit more uncomfortable. We don't even have a target. I don't understand why that would be. What the bloody hell's going on here? Okay. Oh, okay. Now you've been crushed. The waterline hit. That is... oh, God. Huh. Huh. some bad news for the lightning up there. We'll have to figure out what's going on there. Let's see if these ships can actually target somebody now. I do not understand this. This apparently is a game bug that these ships cannot target anything. What if I break up the division now? This is bug management, which is always annoying, but let's see if we do this. Are you now going to be able to target something? No. Oh, this is kind of weird. Okay. Well, anyways, we get her to turn south, which we've done. At least it'll give our dreadnoughts a chance. That is not good, the lightning taking that big hit, but... Okay, close this. Let's see if Patterson has... Aha! Finally identified a target. I don't know what is going on. So this Waka destroyer is just not performing very well. Okay, so lightning did hit this armored cruiser a few times. This is good news. I don't know what this one is. Let's just turn away. Could be a destroyer. I don't think so. Medium guns, heavy guns, submerged torpedo flat. That's not good. Limits flooding. Walker limits flooding. 3 hits. New Jersey's taken a few hits. So she's now surpassed the Ebenezer Whore, though. So it's kind of a good thing that she's the one absorbing those hits. Let's try to get a few torpedoes off on the Devastation class still. Nice ship. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Ebenezer Whore right there. The Redoutable's probably sinking 3 knots. She is sinking. Can confirm that now. And this is the other dreadnought, I believe. So let's maybe get the destroyer group in. In fact, if we even can target that unidentified ship right now, we might as well just launch a few. Who knows what the chances of us getting another shot are. Just a few. Oh, that's a stupid ship which fired at all the transport ships. And the Warrington doesn't have a very good angle anyway. Yeah, in fact, doesn't have any angle. And I don't want to fire at the Lavoisier. Okay, we have the Alligator coming in as well. It's good. So, a little bit further forward. Jersey's launching torpedoes. Yep, at the Devastation. That's good news. Let's see how we're doing here. Unidentified ship hit. This is probably not the right ships. Devastation hit with a few 6-inch guns. Destroyer hit. New Jersey taking another hit. Light guns hitting the Tennessee. And then it looks like a 14-inch, a 5-inch on this armored cruiser, and a light cruiser taking a hit from the Palatka. This is surely the... I think this is the original ship. So she is surely sinking. Whew. Navigating the English language harder than navigating this naval battlefield. She's turning, so the Patterson might get a shot off soon. Now, did this Waka, who's not actually sinking yet, ever get her head out of her rear end? No. Does not have a clue about what she's doing. I would love to be able to do something with you before you sink, but okay. Do the best we can. Can you target this Devastation class? We just want to fire to kind of bracket her. Oh, interesting. You guys are actually going... You're actually moving 26? You are. Amazing. Okay, the Waka's sinking, but can she get off a final barrage? No. That's right. That is okay. Wow, we got a lot to catch up on this one. So, Lightning's taken a few more hits. That is the battlecruiser. I thought that this one is also a battlecruiser. Could be a light cruiser even. We are just pulverizing this armored cruiser with some 14-inch shells. Galveston's taking quite a few hits in this one. She is reattached to Ebenezer Whore. We probably want to detach her yet again. And we'll do that by actually detaching the Ebenezer Whore. Taking her off AI control. And, you know, she'll just run down and try to mop up these other ships. I'm going to get you guys to stop firing for a little bit, since these ships are not all sinking. Okay, never mind. Disregard that command. Belay that order. Ah, yes, I didn't really pay attention to what's going on over here. Well, it looks like they're all going to be sinking, because a little bit of mismanagement, perhaps. Now would be a great time to fire more torpedoes at the Devastation, even though she's... I mean, this isn't the best arc. The fact that, I mean, not arc, but the... this isn't the best angle, I mean, of the ship coming on. It's pretty difficult to hit a ship like this, but we'll fire anyways. These have reloadable tubes. She slowed down enough to get her little barrage off. Have this alligator. I haven't really seen what she's up to. Looks like she took a few hits, though. Yep. And otherwise, the Devastation's getting raked by 4-inch guns, just peppering it. Really not going to do much. And this unidentified ship is getting destroyed. Well, we need to get over... I really want to control this battlecruiser fight, now that I believe we're going to win the Dreadnought fight. Okay, Chouette, Amena sunk. That's probably our target. So we missed with the first one. That looks like it was pretty darn close. Narrow miss, we can say. Probably Salt Lake City might have one left in her. She does. Okay. Good luck with that. And the Galveston, we don't want you to actually follow the Ebenezer Horror. We want you to provide, you know, plot your own trajectory, which will get you out of the way of reattaching, which I do not want. Do not want. So the Warrington is now firing torpedoes. Let me do smoke and no more torpedoes, because I do not prefer that the Warrington fires at the Lavoisier. I mean, we hit her, it's, you know, it's great, but you don't happen to have any torpedoes left, do you? Because this is pretty darn... Oh my goodness. Well, we'll take that. That shot, because it has a chance of hitting another ship even if it misses the original target. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on. Wow. Okay, well, this is a little bit inaccurate in the sense that we don't really care about hitting this. Okay, you know what? Now I'm going to tell you guys just to back off for 10 minutes. And I'll hopefully remember to turn that back on, because we just don't want them firing at destroyers. And whatever the... Okay, the unidentified ship at least has sunk now, which, I mean, was probably obvious it was going to happen. He's taking 14-inch shells like it was. Chouette is probably dead. Doesn't have any torpedoes left anyway, so, you know, get her out of here. Lightning. Okay, this is where I was headed towards. The thing I'm really interested in. Doesn't look like the other battlecruiser is contributing as much to the fight, and the Lightning has a good course on that. And the Patterson, who is taking a few hits, probably it's time to engage. Torpedoes. I'm going to spin down, actually, because I want to force the armored cruiser, which is probably a battle cruiser, back up towards the Lightning. That's the game plan. So we're going to force the Patterson. She's only launching one torpedo. Then I think after that she's just going to have to... She'll probably sink before she gets another barrage off. I would like to launch more, but in order to do that, we just don't have the right angle. Because we keep going up and she keeps turning. It'll be nose on. Again, it's pretty difficult to hit. Okay. Plotka, I want the Plotka to actually come back and maybe finish off ships. She's doing okay, right? Alright, the flooding is being controlled slowly. We'll take her down to a speed of 12. And... I mean, in some sense, even just finishing off this light cruiser is meaningful. We've had ships before. Now, I'm sure this one's... Let's ignore this one, but we've had ships survive, which we did not think would survive, so... Okay, we actually hit this one with a torpedo. That's wonderful. Good job, Mariant. Really didn't give you enough credit. Okay. That's a low. Definitely a low. And we have a high on you. That's a great... Definitely take that shot. Which I think will be the last of her torpedoes. It is. What do we have with the Warrington? Okay, yeah. We need you... Actually, this is what we have to do. We have to detach Mariant. Put her onto take her off AI control. Get her out of the fight. I mean, we'll try to save her now. The Warrington has launched a few at the Lavoisier. Now her job, launch a few at this Dreadnought. Perfect. And we'll get one more round in, probably. Oh, wow, our squad max is 15. What's yours? Okay, they both have 15. That's interesting. That's a good amount of what's the word? Like, you know, when two people feel the same thing for each other. Man, like, I'm going to do this because you're doing it. Words. The word is escaping me. It'll come to me in a moment. So Patterson launched, and yeah, we see I think the armored cruiser is just going to turn in hard. Let's look at the log. Did we get some more hits in? 2 more. Very good. The Carco has been sunk. Okay, good. So now we actually have a reason to keep these guys firing all the time because they've sunk all of their nearby opponents. The Ebenezer Hore can go after this unidentified ship. Basically, I think that these are just transport ships. The Galveston, if you have any torpedoes, we can actually get you, which you do, one. I don't know which side. Both expended. Okay, so we need the starboard side, the wrong side to target. But, you know, we'll find a use for the Galveston. We will find a use for you. Let's get you back up to 27. Speaking of finding some use for some ships, I'm pretty sure this is a light cruiser. Let's just gun her down. I know that we hit one of these light cruisers or something, so we're going to, as usual, sacrifice a bunch of lighter ships, hoping to control the heavier ships. The Lightning has done a good job. It looks like she's still being targeted by the ship that's pretty much outside of vision range. But with the Patterson's help, I think we'll be able to take that other one. Okay, so Devastation still getting raked by 4-inch guns. Not going to do much. And it's always great to see the sinking destroyers being pummeled by guns because they're absorbing guns that I'd rather not hit other ships. Let's move forward a little bit further. By the way, are you guys... Where do I really want you? Devastation, but the Dreadnoughts are over here. Or this Dreadnought's over here. It's probably going to be hit by torpedoes. Let's just move this way. And we're easily going to be able to push this Dreadnought wherever we want. Just using the light cruisers, the destroyers as shepherds. I mean as, like, yeah, cattle drivers. Oh, wow, we actually got a hit on this ship. That's amazing. And now, at this point, if you can, go ahead and fire that last. It's a little bit dangerous, obviously, to do it a little bit in line with the Lightning. But that should actually take that ship down. And this one's now sunk. That's good. The Flamberg class coming in. Only has 2 above water torpedo tubes. Probably won't offer much resistance. Yeah, so get the Tennessee. Let's go chase this other one. And Warrington looks like she's going to fire all her torpedoes anyway, but we'll just make damn sure of that. Well, I don't know if that's the angle I would choose. Don't know how they're doing that, but we'll go with it anyway. And Warrington, you can just pull out. Same way the Marant pulled out. We don't really have a use for ships, destroyers, at least, without any torpedoes. And this is where it would be nice to have some... I think I will bring in those gunboat destroyers, see how they perform. Now that we have one, I assume now that this battle will be a victory. Since we have one under our belt, we can be a little bit more risky in our fleet composition. Whoops, Ebenezer Hore, no, still goes that way. Trying to find anything else down here. Aurora, yeah, you guys, let's have you finish out the Devastation, which is definitely not sinking yet. Oh, yeah, wrong side. Starboard. Redoubtable is sinking. So yeah, we'll turn in and we'll begin gunning down the Devastation. We're still peppering this thing. It's got to hit it with the torpedoes. Probably that's a sunk ship. But the Devastation is returning fire on the Galveston, so that's a little bit dangerous. Let's get her over here. Yeah, we want her over here in this mix. Let's go ahead and fire torpedoes at this light cruiser. Or armored cruiser. The one right here, that's the one. Ah. No torpedoes. It's a tough shot. And this is the correct side. Both of our port sides have been launched, so I guess we were probably launching at the Devastación, and now we can come around and hopefully launch at this armored cruiser. Okay, great. I don't know, this looks pretty good to me. Let's see. Redoutable, Dreadnought. 4-inch guns, not going to do much. 4-inch guns. Okay, hitting a destroyer. It's good. We want to wear those down. Took a few hits. Another hit on this. Okay, so let's see how this moves forward in the next minute. Is that? Oh wow. Which one? Oh, okay. So this is a gunner now. 3 torpedoes. I don't care what kind of ship it was. It's now a gunner. Patterson has done her job admirably. Let's get her out as well. She can try to gun down the Flamberg on her way out. We'll let the Lightning also try to gun down the Flamberg. A little bit nervous about where is the missing battlecruiser. But if we draw the Lightning back into the fleet, she'll have support if that, or should that, ship reemerge. So that's that. We're hitting the Platka's hitting that. That's not important. This one's getting hit now. Yeah, that's no longer matters. Bossier getting hit by 6-inch guns. That's good. And this is also good. We don't know what's going on with this one, so we try to hit that a bunch. Shouldn't be aiming at the Redoutable. She is going down for sure, so let me focus fire on the Devastación. And we'll do manual targeting there. Well, can we actually launch a torpedo already? No. Just out of arc, so it means all of our torpedoes are ready for launch. Should we get a good firing solution. So we'll turn and see if we can make that happen. Plus, it's the Saratoga. It is her second. Okay, good. I was kind of wondering what the Saratoga was doing. I assumed it was attached to some ship. Does turn out to be the case. Okay, good. So, yeah, let's get this one over to the other Devastación class. We've actually identified her now. Can you fire at this Devastación class? You can. Fantastic. So all these torpedoes are going to miss. Again, that one is definitely not going to make it. But that's okay. We're bracketing her in and giving our dreadnoughts time to get back up here. This is probably a gunner. No, that's the one that took the torpedo hits. Has this one taken a torpedo hit? I can't remember. Probably not. 0 torpedoes. And do you have a solution yet? Still no arc, huh? Well, if we keep going like this, we will get an arc. I kind of want to keep distance even before I begin the turn. So let's do something like, yeah, actually, I'm going to manually control this and have her begin her turn in the middle of the minute. Okay. I probably should have slowed down the game speed a little bit to do what I wanted to do there, but maybe it worked out. Let's see if we can fire it now. We cannot. Oh, we expended. So she launched by herself. That is, yeah, is probably behind. She was probably not expecting the armored cruiser to keep turning, which is, well, it wasn't a good guess. Let's just say. Alligator looks like she's manually firing at the Devastación. Yeah, both of them are expended. That's okay. Right now we're just, it's like cleanup duty. And the Aurora should have a shot now on the Devastación. Port sides are both, I don't know, they're out of arc. No, starboard sides are, yeah, expended. This is starboard. Okay, so we'll just wait for the Saratoga. By the way, is your formation line abreast? It is. Don't turn together. Yeah, fine. I don't care about the scout part of it. So we actually need to turn you hard since the other ship is, the Saratoga has not been, that's why looks like she's been out of formation. She's just following the wrong formation. I don't know why Patterson launched torpedoes that way. Well, they're all done for now. So we'll let the Lightning come back in. Hopefully gun down this Flamberg class that doesn't look like it's taken too much damage. Let me grab a drink of water and continue to evaluate the situation here. So this one has heavy damage. I can't remember, when the Ebenezer horse split, did she end up torpedoing one of the ships? Like, this one is definitely still in the game. Let's take a look at what kind of damage we were doing. Okay, so we hit this one with a lot more stuff. I might, in a moment, tell the Lightning to manually switch targets. In fact, I probably should just do that now. And you are manually targeting. Good. Okay, then the next thing is the Tennessee got hit by the Devastation, but it was not a penetrating hit, even though it was belt extended, where I think these are these all or nothing? Can't remember. Maybe not. So whatever the case was, we did not penetrate. The only hits on the Devastation are from our light cruiser, the Aurora. Redoubtable still being targeted. Okay. Let's manually target. Otherwise we're going to have some issues here, aren't we? So we can go that way, get after that one. Galveston leading the charge here. That's good. Yeah, now it's time to turn. Okay, good. Still hitting that one. How is that possible? I did manually targeting. If you manual target, I think that they target exactly what you say. For some reason they didn't. It's, okay. Light damage. This one has 4 above water torpedo tubes. A little more dangerous. And Devastation class took finally her first big hit. And narrowly avoided getting torpedoed. Looks like the Aurora's torpedoes both missed in the end. We'll get the Saratoga to launch some as well. In fact, you guys, lest I forget, also have torpedoes. Okay, so Tennessee cannot. Oh, the Aurora. The Aurora is going to cost us here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll figure out a different way to get to her. Okay, moving in, the Devastation, that's the one we're really looking at. Okay, Redoubtable class. Why are you guys firing at the Redoubtable class? She's a goner. But at least we're starting to hit the Devastation. I'm actually already kind of convinced this Devastation is sinking as well, even though she's not yet, but she will soon, I think. So, Galveston, what else are we hitting? We hit this light cruiser a bunch. That's great, Alligator. You've done a fantastic job. That is top marks. Like, hopefully that's going to prevent this ship from being able to damage any of our bigger ships. That's what these screening ships are for, after all, right? Lightning has passed, and looks like she did deliver a pair of 5-inch shells to the Flamberg. Well, that's something to... that's... I mean, this is a light destroyer. 600 tons. I think 2 5-inch shells might just do it. Not that she hasn't been hit before, but... And oh, Galveston just got pummeled by the Lavoisier. Huh. But those are 4-inch guns, Galveston. Come on, saltwater. So we're going to pull her off the line. Unfortunately, let's see. Which side are her torpedoes? Starboard. Okay, so to pull her off, we have to... Yeah, this is rough. Okay, we can. I think we can still pull her off this way. Fire a little bit at the Devastation. We're gonna have to. I don't want to lose any speed. These Devastations, yeah, max speed 20 knots, so it's gonna be hard to catch up if we are just trailing. I want to get the Lightning to turn in as well, maybe even turn out, because the Flamberg, I highly doubt that the Flamberg has any torpedoes left, having been part of this earlier fray. Having only had 2 torpedoes to begin with, and the Lightning could probably handle 2 torpedoes being hit, getting hit by those. But I don't want to chance it, basically, so turn a little bit. Okay, good. Now we're really raking the Devastation. The Redoubtable. Okay, you also need to be given orders to target. You are already manually targeting that one? Then why? Okay, out of arc. Hopefully that'll change soon. What about you guys? Out of arc or friendlies in the... Yeah, probably. One that really looks like it could is the filter. No, yeah, probably nothing. Might as well check. Yep. Okay. Alright, so let's see what happened here. Aurora took a few hits. We're getting her out of there. Galveston took a few more hits. She did line up herself. Looks like we're going to be able to launch those torpedoes after all. How is that out? How is that out of arc? What kind of arc are you looking for here? We'll turn her back a little bit more and plow straight ahead with the Tennessees, chasing after this Devastation. This is interesting. This Pascal is sinking for sure. So you are targeting who? That light cruiser. Yeah, you did a lot of damage in the last round. And apparently are doing even more. But hitting this Pascal, this is not what we need to do. New Jersey took a few hits. Where are you? Oh, okay. That could be dangerous. Medium guns. I think that's a light cruiser. But if we fire at her, we're kind of firing at the Devastation, so let's just fire at any of them. You have no torpedoes. Okay, fine. Let's get to the Salt Lake City. She has one. Is it on this side? It is, but no arc. What about this CA? On the ship in line of fire. Okay, let's pull up north a little bit more just to give the Salt Lake City a possible firing solution. And but you 33 knots, so you are available. You are capable of doing some damage. Let's pull the lightning south. We could end up chasing the Devastation down with the lightning. Okay, we've got a few unidentified ships. We'll let the Ebenezer Whore finish off her day by just sinking a few more transport ships. She might not make it, so this might be her last hurrah. I see the flooding's at 2, and sometimes if they can't stop that last bit of flooding, she's not going to make it back to port. Okay, I think we can advance another minute here. Yeah. Probably she's going down now. It doesn't say she is. I have a feeling that this Devastation is going to want to turn towards my light cruisers. Okay, please tell me you have a firing solution. Yes. Just to get something down that way. And then your next job is just going to be to shepherd the Devastation to her watery grave. Eventually, how many more minutes until you get port sides? 12 minutes until we get a port side torpedo back. Just wait it out then. Go down to cruise, and you're going to be basically pulled off because of the heavy damage you've suffered. You're going to be pulled off the pursuit of the other Devastation. So I'm not going to stop these guys from firing, hoping that they have plenty of ammunition. Let's find out. Looks like they do. So just wanted to double check that though. Okay, so here's a situation where we're still firing at... We don't have the... we're not getting the full broadside. So the Philippines is taking advantage of the cross-deck fire. Beautiful. Wonderful. Last Bastion also getting her full broadside off. 13 14-inch guns. It's amazing. Very good. The Tennessee, you can see, a little bit beyond the arc. Yeah, this is good. In this sense, by the way, the Devastation class... Oh, no, she doesn't have the correct... I thought if this was an actual super firing forward turret, she would have kind of a better configuration. But as that is not the case, I just think our ships are better. Slightly less armor, 11 to 12, 11 2.5 versus 12 2.5. So yeah, and they have 16-inch armor on their turrets. My goodness, we put 12.5 on ours. So a little less armor, but Okay, now you have 2 torpedoes that are probably both on the starboard side. Yes. I think we still need you to do exactly what you're doing. Yeah, good. Let's make sure we target that ship. And you, by the way, did you get a firing solution at last? You did. That's actually a pretty good shot, because we do expect this ship to be turning to the right, which should open her up to that hit. So we'll see. Okay, the CA was hit by 6-inch guns. Pascal was being hit. Not important. Alligator starting to take a few hits. So those CAs survived pretty well, unfortunately. But only has 4-inch guns. Not too much to worry about, honestly. Okay, more Devastation hits. Those are good to see. Chase begins. That is looking like a good launch. Okay, let's go from the bottom up. Near miss from who? Oh god, there she is. Turn back. We'll launch a few torpedoes at her. We'll let this light cruiser division launch all their torpedoes starboard, which, I mean, port. They have launched all theirs only starboard so far, I believe. Is it worth even pulling back my dreadnoughts? Depends on if this torpedo hits, frankly, but let's see what else happened. So we did 3 hits on that. Nice. That's very nice. I'm going to turn up a little bit more just so we don't ram. It doesn't look like we are going to, but let's be a little bit safer. Just let these guys duke it out with guns. Guns, guns, guns. We could swap these. We could get the the battle cruiser to go after the dreadnought, and the dreadnoughts to go after the battle cruiser. It's an interesting decision we should be making. Otherwise, this Devastation should be sinking now. Still not. Just taking a walloping. And because I really don't want this Lavoisier to survive, I have to keep going this way. Okay, let's see. So that. Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to call this video to a close here. I'll have to split this up into yet another part. So without rambling on too much, I can just say that it looks like we are starting to overcome the French forces. The comment predictions were correct, it seems. We'll see how well we do, how well things conclude in the next episode. So until then, thanks for watching. Sorry for the cliffhanger, and until the next one, take care.